What is up, YouTube? We are here today. I'm gonna be doing a Qliphort deck profile for the April 1st, 2015 ban list. I'm gonna be showing you guys my Qliphort deck. I do play a 40 card main deck. It's pretty standard. We'll start off here. You play 3 carrier. Carrier is probably one of my favorite monsters in the deck because when it's tributed any way, shape, or form, you get to bounce an opponent's card, an opponent's monster on their side of the field. So it's really good. The next monster you play Triple Helix. Now, I don't care what anybody says about these 3. You really have to play 3 and 3 because, Qliphorts don't have that many great monsters. On top of that, the deck did get hit pretty hard with the ban list April 1st, so you definitely need to play as many Qliphorts as you can. Next, we play Double Scout. He's the searcher of the deck, obviously. You pay 800 life points, and you search out 1 Qliphort card from your deck. Doesn't have to be a monster, can be a spell or trap. It's all up to your personal preference. Usually, if you open up with him and another Qliphort monster, let's say Carrier, your next play then is to search out the Sacrifice, equip it to the Carrier. That way, next turn, if you get a successful search off, you search out the disc or your stealth or whatever you're going to do, and you get your tribute, and you just go nuts from there. After the 2 scout, we do play 1 monolith. Monolith is fucking amazing. I love Monolith because he helps with the consistency of the deck. He lets you get at the end phase, you can draw a card for each Qliphort monster that you tributed this turn. Now, the crazy part about his effect is he does not have to be on the field in your pendulum scale when you make the tribute. You can do all your shenanigans, main phase 1. Let's say you end up tributing the Carrier with the Sacrifice, for disc, and off the Sacrifice in the graveyard, you end up searching the Monolith. And then you go main phase 2, you activate Monolith in the other pendulum scale. At the end phase, if you tributed for a monster, you still get that draw. This card is retarded, and it doesn't just have to be for a normal tribute. I'm going to show you some other combo cards that I have in here that I do play with that for tributing. But, this is all we're allowed to play right now. So 2 Qliphort Scout, 1 Monolith. 2 Monolith is kind of cloggy. I know people are saying with the 3 Summoner's Art, sometimes the Summoner Art's dead because you can only play 2 Scout, 1 Monolith, or, whatever it is. So, but me personally, I like the way it is. Next you play Double Disc. Disc is absolutely amazing. This is one of your OTK cards. He's a boss. He's level 7. When he's successfully tribute summoned for, you can you can special summon 2 Qliphort monsters from your deck, special summon them to the field, and then at the end phase, they're both destroyed and they go to the extra deck. It doesn't matter where Qliphort Disc is on the field, even if he's not on the field, even if he got shuffled back into the deck or destroyed or banished or compulsed or whatever it is, his effect is still going to trigger to destroy those 2 monsters and send them to the top of the extra deck. But he becomes really big with a monster in the pendulum scale. Preferably like a Carrier, becomes 3100. That's a big boy. Also, when he's tributed for, he becomes level 7. So, as you know, all Qliphort monsters have the effect that when they're tributed for, that they become their original levels. So, like Carriers and Helix will become 6, Disc will become 7, and the next card, Stealth. Stealth will become level 8. But pretty much they're unaffected by any monster effects. It doesn't matter what kind of monsters they are, Xyz monsters, synchros, regular monsters. they're unaffected by any monster's effects less than their own level. So, in order for any monster to target this with an effect, if it was an exceed, it had to be a rank 7. If it's a monster, it has to be a level 7. And so on and so forth with Carrier and Helix. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little tongue twisted. Yeah, with Carrier and Helix, and then Scout, they have to be level 8. So he's a really good boss card. Stealth is also really nasty because he requires 2 tributes, but when he's tributed 4, you can target 1 card on the field, on your side of the field, or your opponent's side of the field, and return it to the hand. Also, his effect cannot be responded to. So his effect is a spell speed 4. You cannot respond to the activation of his effect. Pretty much the way you do this is, let's say you have your Carrier and you have him equipped with Sacrifice. What you do is you tribute the Carrier. The Carrier will go to the extra deck. Sacrifice will hit the graveyard, and then Stealth will hit the board. And then what happens is you go Carrier being Chainlink 1, Sacrifice being Chainlink 2, and then Qliphort Stealth being Chainlink 3. The only way your opponent can respond to the Chainlink is Chainlink 3, unless they are, of course, hitting like Solomon's Warning or something on you. But they can only respond to the Chainlink 3. That's the only card that they can actually chain to. So Qliphort Scout is 1. Qliphort Carrier is 1. Sacrifice is 2. This is 3. Now, depending on your situation, you can really just bounce any card on the field, whether it's a back row, a boss monster, or I even like to bounce my own Scout back to my hand and get an additional search with Stealth. He's absolutely amazing. He's one of my favorite Qliphort monsters. So, yeah, I do play 2 of him. I wish I could play more, but I just don't think it's necessary. I really do believe that you need your monsters with their tribute effects. That is very vital to the deck. Next, we play one more. I play Qliphort Shell. Qliphort Shell, he's another 9 scale. When he's in the pendulum zone, your opponent's monsters lose 300 attack. But he's a level 8, and when he's tributed 4, he can swing twice at 2800, and he inflicts piercing damage. So he's a really, really big. I would also consider him a boss card as well. Next, we play Double Cat. Now, the only reason we play Double Cat is because this format, now that Scout is at 2, you need to guarantee your searches. So if you can get your 2 Scout searches in 1 turn, it just speeds the game up for you that much faster. So Double Cat, because I like to open with Cat in my opening hand. Cat's just absolutely amazing. That is it for the monsters. For the monsters, we play 16 monsters. It's pretty standard. Next, we'll move on to the spells. We do play Triple Summoner's Art. Absolutely love this card, but I hate it with all the Mind Crush going on. But really can't play the deck without this card. Searches out your Scouts, searches out your Monolith. Next, I do play 3 copies of the Monarch Stormforth, just because this deck is solely relied on tributing and, a lot of people going first against, let's say you're playing against Shaddoll's or something, and they put a construct, or even Shaddoll players will know against Qliphorts, you put Leo on board, you have a good chance. So an easy out to Leo and stuff like that is the Monarch Stormforth. I absolutely love it. It gets rid of an opponent's monster, and it keeps my monsters, and makes them level 6 and have their original attack and all that. I love it. Next I play is 2 Upstart, 2 Patrick Hoban. I don't play 3 because, what was in place of this card before was double pot of duality. And I really don't want to play duality right now with all the mind crush going on. So I do play double upstart. I do find it a lot better. Next, I play double econ. Enemy controller is absolutely retarded. Helps prevent the OTK, but also this is a nasty combo card that you use with your Qliphort carriers and Helix and stuff like that. And I'll explain this to you guys later if you guys don't know what it is, how the plays go. I play one Forbidden Chalice. Forbidden Chalice is nasty in this deck because you can use it on your own Qliphort monster and make their effects negated. So if you normal summon them and they're level 4, 1800 attack, and then you equip, not equip, but use Chalice on that monster, they go back to their original attack and their original level. So if I did this on Stealth, when he's normaled at 4 stars, 1800, I use Forbidden Chalice on him. Chalice will put him up to 32. His original attack's 28. Chalice will put him up to 32. And then at the end phase, when he gets his effect back, he's unaffected by any monsters lower than level 8. So it's just fucking retarded. So just one of these though. I might want to play 2, just because I hate Requilate. I think Chalice is so much better. Next, 1 limiter removal, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Book of Moon, and 1 Swords at Dawn, and 1 Sacrifice. Now, I do not own a Raigeki, which is why I do not play Raigeki. If I did, this would probably be out for a Raigeki, because you do need to OTK, so you have to have your monsters on board. Limiter removal is part of the OTK. You can put special summon 3 1800 monsters on board. And if you have a clear board, you activate this, they become 36. Do the math, times 3, that's game. So yeah, the Dark Hole, Book of Moon, staple, out to the Genlock. Everybody knows that. Now, Swords at Dawn and Sacrifice. This is what I wanted to show you guys. So let's say your opponent has Satellar Knight Regal on board, and you have Qliphort Carrier set, and this set Sacrifice and Grave. And let's say they go with Regal to swing at your carrier for 100. What you do is you activate Swords at Dawn. It's a quick play spell. It says target one equipped card in the graveyard, equip it to an appropriate target on the field, and then at the end phase, destroy that card. So then Sacrifice will hit the grave again, and you just get a free search. The card is absolutely retarded. I only play it at 1 though, because you don't want to see multiple copies in your hand. 1 is definitely enough. I mean, I played it the other day at locals at 1. I saw it out of my 5 matches, I saw it about 3 matches, and it came most clutch against like the Noble Knight guy. So this card is just, shout out to Swords at Dawn. It's retarded. Now that is the spells. I do play 16 spells. Off to the traps. We play Double Soul Transition. This card is absolutely amazing if you open with it. This is a very terrible card mid-late game. But another retarded combo that you can do is you have your carrier with the Sacrifice equipped to it. And let's say you're going against your opponent and he does blase, blase, blah, whatever. He puts his boss monster on board, targets him for an effect or an attack or something. You activate Soul Transition. Soul Transition tributes the carrier. You simultaneously resolve this effect to draw 2 cards. And then that'll hit the grave. So then your chain links become Carrier Chainlink 1, Sacrifice Chainlink 2. You'll actually get to bounce a monster, search for another Qliphort card, and of course you already drew 2 cards off of Soul Transition. The combos with that card are nutty, absolutely nutty. So yeah, 2 Soul Transition, 2 Fiendish Chain, Fiendish Chain is really good against the Necros, which this deck doesn't have the greatest matchup anymore now that Skill Drain and Emptiness is at 1. I would consider bumping that up though. Then the 1-ofs, 1 Bottomless, 1 Compulse, 1 Emptiness, 1 Skill Drain. Skill Drain works absolutely amazing with the deck. I do not like Requilate, like I said. I will say it multiple times. I do not like Requilate. Me personally, I think it's a very bad card. And if you don't play it right, if you don't know how to play it, you're not going to play it right, and you're just going to mess yourself up in the long run. Now to the extra deck, which you can pretty much play whatever you want, but I really don't play anything in the extra deck. You never really need to. You never really see your extra deck, if that makes any sense. You never really have to go into it. So I just fill my extra deck up with stuff like this. And then some basic generic rank 4. Ragnazero is probably the most I've ever made in the extra deck, just because Fire Fists are a thing right now. Yosenjus are a thing right now. This is also nutty in the mirror match. 1 Cowboy, Rhapsody, I don't even know that guy, I don't care, Photon Pop, and a Synchro, not like we play any tuners. This is really pretty much, like I said, just to psych, just so your opponent has the kind of feel that you are playing an extra deck. And then also what I do is I play this card, Ritual Beast Ulti Apelio, and the reason I play it is if you're playing against someone who knows you're playing Qliphorts, they're probably going to be playing you a little bit differently, probably more aggressive. They're going to want to pop the scouts. So what I'll do is I'll take this out of my deck box and I will play it right there on my mat, just like that. So when he sees this, he thinks I'm playing Ritual Beast or something else and completely throws him off guard. And believe me, it works. A lot of people might think, that sounds kind of stupid, but trust me, it absolutely works. Now to the side deck, play triple Royal Command. Honestly, I would rather play Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors over Royal Command, because Royal Command's really only for Shaddolls, and Shadow Imprisoning Mirror you can play against the BAs, you can play against Shaddolls, you can play against whatever, so if you definitely have Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, definitely play those over Royal Command. This is one of my favorite cards right now. This came out in the World Superstar set. It's called Pendulum Impenetrable. It's a quick play spell. It says, this turn, your pendulum scales cannot be targeted by card effects, and they cannot be destroyed by card effects as well. So for all those people who get salty over the game 1 loss to the Clees, and they go aside in their Fairy Winds and their spell shattering arrows and their MSTs and twisters and everything, while you guys are wasting that, I'm going to slide these in and I'm going to make you waste your card and guarantee my searches. So 2 Pendulum Impenetrable. I think 3's too cloggy. If you have to play 3, then you're taking out valuable resources from the deck. If you go first, you're most likely gonna get your scout searches off, and then after that, this is just like kind of insurance policy. Next, I play Double Shared Ride. This card is retarded. I think I like it more than Maxi, just because Maxi's like not as good if you're playing against like Necros or something. Shared Ride is against Necros, you're gonna plus like 4 or 5. Satellers, you're gonna plus 2, 3 every single time. You activate this to the Rhoda, you draw for the Rhoda, you draw for the Deneb search. Like it's nutty. 2 Shared Ride. I don't play MST in the main deck, so I do side them. There are some trap heavy decks out there. I don't like Black Wings getting their Black Whirlwinds, so I do play 2 MST. Play 1 Forbidden Lance, just because. Also, your opponents, they'll side in a lot of stuff. They'll make sure they have their bottomlesses in, and their Torrential Tributes, and their Ring of Destructions, and all that crap, and they'll use it to stop your pendulum summons. Sometimes all you really need to do is just save one of your pendulum summoned monsters. So Lance is stupid clutch. I also play Puppet Plant. I would play more Puppet Plant if I had more Puppet Plant. If you guys don't know what this card does, you discard this card from your hand during either player's turn, and you take control of a warrior or spellcaster type monster until the end phase. This actually wins me a lot of games against like noble knights and shit like that. They equip their, five equip cards to that says he can't be targeted, he can't be destroyed, he can't be whatever. You just drop the Puppet Plant, take the monster, and push for game. I do play 2 Vanity's Fiend, just for the decks that do like to spam. You can see it first turn to the point where you can set up a scale, pendulum summon, and then tribute your monster for the Vanity's Fiend. Unless they have their outs like their Book of Moons and Dark Holes and Raigekis and whatever. This game really puts in stupid work. Really love this card. And then last, 2 Artifact Lancia. I really only side these against Necros just so they can't trish you. If they can't trish you, then you usually win the game. So 2 is really all you need. So that is it for the Qliphort deck profile. That was the main extra inside. Not like it was much of an extra. Also, Towers. If you guys want to play Towers, play him. But I don't think right now he's good just because Necros can get over him really easy with the decisive armor and everything like that. Also, if you guys are thinking about playing this, me personally, I don't think you should, because if you're playing this, you're playing a completely different style. You're going in with the mindset that your scouts are going to get popped, and that's just not good. You're going to ruin your own chances. Plus, this is an absolutely horrible top deck. Absolute horrible draw for turn. I would play so many cards other than this. But that is pretty much it. Thank you guys for sticking with me this whole video. If you guys have stuck with me this whole video, I do appreciate it. I just want to let you guys know, due to the growth that I have been having in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And on YouTube in the community and everything like that, I'm actually doing a giveaway. So only for the people who made it to the end of this video will really see. The giveaway, I'm going to be giving away a not complete because it doesn't have like e-tellies and stuff like that, but I'm going to be giving away Ritual Beast deck. It has some extra. It has like the extra that you actually need. There's just like no e-tellies. Give you guys a quick look. I know my light is on. It's really dark in my house, so just trying to show you guys. It is complete here. There's even some staples. So yeah, I'm giving this away to one lucky person. The giveaway is actually gonna end May 3rd. I'm doing it May 3rd because I want to watch the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. So if you want to enter, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and comment in the comment section below that you do want to enter for the giveaway. And May 3rd comes and I will pick a lucky person and I will call them out on the channel. And then you guys can message me for information and everything like that. So I just want to say thank you guys. Thanks for all the support. I'm going to continue to do this. This is actually my first personal deck profile. Usually I'm always doing everybody else's. But I hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you and peace out.